It's really fun.
All right, here we go. We are live on Freedom Friday.
Oh, my favorite day.
Favorite day of the week. Got all my friends here today. We got Bill, we got Bryce, Ralph. Maybe it should, how can we say your name with a B? Ralph's here too.
That's my buddy Ralph.
Your buddy Ralph. There you go.
Yeah.
Bryce, you're muted if you were trying to speak.
I was trying to say, you've got all of your friends here. All four of your friends.
Oh, well, and that's probably using it loosely. I mean, you guys show up for some reason. I don't know if it's because you're my friends or not, but
we don't have real life friends. We aren't those people.
All of my digital avatars are here today hanging out with me. AI sure is great, isn't it? Some social proof, right? We just make it up as we go. No, so anyways, today, Freedom Friday, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna talk a little bit about Think and Grow Rich, right? We have a Grow Rich mastermind that happens every day of the week, and I like to highlight it on Friday because it's really good on Friday, but it also persists through the weekend. It goes on a website, and it's there for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's some really good content that we can use for free value, and you can use for free value if you want, whether you're in our business or not. It's a fairly safe place. It does have a link or two that goes to our business, so it's not a 100% safe place, but it's a fairly safe place to bring people to and listen to the call and get some value over to your people. There's a couple.
Plus,
of
we're a little
downloads.
crass and sarcastic, so there's
Right?
that.
Right.
Only a little.
It is a little bit of a crazy space. I will give it that. It's for a special kind of person, but I think if you give it some time, I think some of them say 30 to 90 days or so, that you'll really fall in love with the space. The first couple of days, you might think, wow, this is a little bit strange, but if you're into Think and Grow Rich, and you're into the science of getting rich, and you're into some of those kinds of mind books, we read those books on a daily basis.
I think if you're into any personal development books, you would find this a great space.
It's a great space for sure. And if you're not into those books, you probably should get into them. If you want to make money outside of a regular job, just over broke, right? If you want to start building your own dreams instead of someone else's, you probably should start working on your own mind and increasing your livelihood.
What does
right?
Jim Rohn say? Work harder on yourself
Work harder on
than you do on your job.
than you do on your job, right? And then you can break away from your job. Now, we don't hate jobs. Our daughter has a great job. She's a teacher. She got a degree in teaching, and she loves teaching people. And she probably got teaching from Kristi and I, right? We both love teaching people. I don't know. I think Kristi could teach children. I don't think I could teach children. I have a lot of patience, but I'm not sure I have that much patience. Janine, how are you? Glad to have you here.
Janine,
This
did
is
you get a
my
haircut?
buddy Janine.
Last week.
Oh,
I'm behind the
man.
times.
You
I just
missed
noticed it.
Thank you.
And I do mention sometimes that, Kristi and I have been doing this a long time. Some of the others here have been doing it a long time. I know Bryce has been around marketing, doing recordings, doing all kinds of stuff on the internet and staying busy. And Janine too, been doing stuff a long time. And Janine,
Yes, sir.
I think everybody was here yesterday, heard that Janine got her first lead for email marketing yesterday, or a couple of days ago now. But so very exciting stuff. And so where should we go
went crazy
today?
last night making videos.
You went crazy making videos?
I saw some
Yeah,
cooking
no,
videos.
I was making some stuff to go in my coffee, and I'm like, why don't I just go live? So I did.
Excellent.
Right.
Did you follow up with your lead?
Yeah, nothing yet.
Okay, that's okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Now you have somebody to talk to, right?
That's,
S-
that's right. Besides you
That-
guys, you're probably
that's-
getting tired of me.
No,
That's the first step. Get somebody to talk to.
That's right.
It's not already in your business.
she
That's
missed
right.
the intro where we said that y'all are our only friends. So she said you're probably getting
See,
tired of
and
her.
you all weren't our only friends. She's our friend too.
Yeah.
We just set the AI up to come in a little later for Janine today. All right. So let me go ahead and share. I think my page has updated today. Oh no, you know what I didn't do today? I didn't put the button on for
The
for
Grow Rich
the
Mastermind.
Grow Rich Mastermind. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I'm going to show you some little stuff here. I'm going to update our little page. Check this out. I show a lot of times that you can copy widgets inside of the funnel builder, right? So you can come here to this button and you can copy it. But what I tried to show the other day is you can also come in here to your saved copies and you can grab your buttons out of here that are saved. Now it's going to make a liar out of me. Come on, saved button, get on there. Where did
The
it go?
power of Zoom.
Apparently you can
behind-
grab it, but you can't put it anywhere.
Apparently, yeah, it crashed my site altogether. Okay, so let's refresh this. Reload. Alrighty. Countdown is countdowned, so that's good. Let's go back up here. Go to our saved. And you see we've got a mastermind collection button. We're going to pull it in here. And there's our mastermind collection button. Now we're going to save it. So if you're on the page and you don't have a mastermind collection button, go ahead and refresh it. It's going to take a few minutes for it to come back up, but it will be there in a few minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and show it with what is on the page. And so there should be a new mastermind collection button on the page. And actually, if I refresh it, that button should appear because I didn't put a timer on. So if we do this, it should be there. Look at that. It's there. So there is a bunch of other stuff, and I have a version here that's all going, and so we can see the other stuff. There's the replays for the last couple of days, and interesting. Did I put, man, do I even have the right video on here today? I'll tell you, today
It's Freedom Friday.
it's Freedom Friday, all right.
It's
Yep.
because you were talking
We
to
are
Bill
live, so
while you were doing this.
I know, and that happens sometimes. Hey, I try to stay with it. I just forgot. What I forgot to do was copy the button. Usually what I do is I copy the video so that I can put the video down here, but I forgot to do that today. So yesterday's video didn't get copied down to here. So I'll have to come in and add it later. But we did get the button in here for the Mastermind Collection. So if you refresh your page, Mastermind Collection button will be there, and you can click right over here and see the Mastermind Collection. Now, what I really want you to see on the Mastermind Collection is that you can come over here and you can get to the Grow Rich audio. Okay, that's today's audio. And this plays all through the weekend, like I said. So you get to hear Paul talk on here, and you can hear the reading of the Freedom Crusaders Manifesto. You can hear a couple of pages of The Science of Getting Rich. You can, the new book is posted,
Yes.
Magnetic Marketing by Dan Kennedy. I think I have this book.
I didn't think we would get that till Monday.
I know, I heard we
I'm
weren't getting
super
it till Monday.
excited.
The enemy of character to work on is fear. And then, of course, this plays for the audio of the day. And like I said, this plays all weekend. And you can you can call in by phone and listen to the replay there, but you can listen to it right here and rewind and all that stuff. You can, of course, rewind and all that stuff on the phone too. And then if you press your back button, you can go back over to the Grow Rich Mastermind Collection. Now, when they're in the audio, they'll say, get back with the person who brought you here to get the Grow Rich Mastermind Collection. But we're giving it to you straight up so that you can, since you're likely on someone's list already, is how you got to our page. So that you can download Think and Grow Rich. You can download The Science of Getting Rich, The Law of Success, The Major Definite Purpose, and then the other materials, As a Man Thinketh, Compensation. These are shorter. A Message to Garcia is like a page or two. Acres of Diamonds is a short book, maybe 10 pages or so. It's pretty short. And then a bunch of other stuff here. The Game of Life and How to Play It, very good book. Pretty short, not super short, but it's a small book. Kind of a early edition of like The Secret. It's about Law of Attraction. The 26 Enemies of Character, the Freedom Crusaders Manifesto, some music, the Never Give Up music download, lyrics to both songs. And then there's another thing here, the official community, the gear. I'm looking for this, the playlist. This is our playlist of all like good-minded music with no cuss words, maybe a cuss word in one of the songs I think I've heard one time. So it's all like good-minded music. It helps lift up your spirit. It's really positive music for your mind. So all that's included as just a freebie, right? And then you can give this stuff away. Now, like I said, this link here, the Digital Wealth Formula, will click over to our all-in-one business, which is what we are part of. And this is how you get into our website builder, our funnel builder, we call it, and teach you how to start to sell our products. I'm going to pause it real quick because I do want to go into I'm not going to pause it. I'm going to stop sharing. I do want to go into our done for you funnel, but I want to get some take back. What was that for?
You're so cute today.
I'm cute today. Aren't I
Yeah.
cute every day?
No.
I was actually hoping that you would pause, like,
Yeah.
because
Everybody
you said that. I was just,
hold still. We're doing pretty
We
good.
did good.
All right. So anybody's feedback, take backs, value nuggets from the call. I think all of you have done the call at least a time or two, right? Maybe Bill, have you done the call before? You're muted.
Muted.
I can't hear you.
Sorry about that. Usually I listen to the replays,
Yeah.
because sometimes if I leave work early, I might dial in, but usually I'm trying to get ready and get out the door. So
Yeah.
I wait for the replay to show up and listen to that.
But you're still listening to it and still get
Yeah,
some
yeah.
good value out of it, right?
I do the
Oh,
call.
yeah.
Listen to it on the way to
every day.
Granny's. It
Ah.
pumps me up on the way to Granny's.
There you
Right.
go. Bryce, how about you?
huh?
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 Let's hear it.
I'm usually just getting off the heels of our live stream that we do. So if I catch it, it's usually on the replay. But if I'm pretty quick getting off of our live stream that we do each day, then I can jump over here. But a lot of times I'm just kind of coming off the heels of that. So I don't really get over here too much.
Well, I definitely recommend it. Ralph, if you want to talk, you can too. I'm not isolating you out. You just didn't hop out yet. I know this is only your second day here, so I don't want to.
I know Ralph is on the call every day.
Oh yeah, I'm loving the call. In the beginning, I was kind of hit and miss on it. Sometimes I'd oversleep and catch the replay. But I mean, the last couple of months, it's been like part of my morning routine now. So yeah, just a lot of value in that.
Well, I do like to say that leading with the Grow Rich, with this Grow Rich formula is a good way to bring leads into HBA specifically, but I would bet into any business, because you're bringing in a good, like-minded person. And there's a good stickability because they've got something that they're able to get around like-minded people. There's a chance they could come and get with us at Freedom Fest and get to actually meet and things like that. Now, In the last 2 or 3 years, it has gone a little bit to the HBA side versus the Grow Rich Call side. So it was a very non-specific call, and it is fairly non-specific still. There's no talk about HBA in it or anything, but the website has gone a little bit towards HBA. So I do want to kind of disclaim that just for anybody that may have sent, because I sent it out to my list as a valuable resource, and I do think it is, but I do want to just let it be known that there is a slight link over to the business that we offer, and I think our business is amazing. So if you're not in it, definitely look at it. But the resources and the value in the call are really great. And if you're not getting on it too much, you may not quite know that too much. And it's another one of those things. If you're not a part of the product, it's hard to offer it as part of the product, right? So I could see that would be a bit of a challenge. But once you get in there, and especially like Kristi said, she opens up the call, right? So it's really easy for her to give out a link to it because her voice is there every day without fail. I mean, last couple of weeks, she's not on there on Thursday and Friday, but almost every day. So it's real easy to say, hey, come in and listen. I'm on the call, and anytime, just like this call, anytime you get a chance to get on something that you can say, hey, I was here and I got to hang out and I got to chat and I got to add some value. If you can get me to shut up for a minute, you can add to your list and to your value. So, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition and I'm going to let Kristi talk for a few minutes, and then anybody else that wants to interrupt.
You're going to let me talk?
I'm going to let you talk.
All right. Well, what are we going to be talking about today so I know how to start us?
Well, we're going to be talking more about Grow Rich, but I'm
Okay.
going to go into showing how to use Grow Rich with HBA.
Okay, so I'll talk about something else.
Okay.
Does everyone know that tomorrow is the first Saturday of the month? And with that, we can utilize the orientation that Mike and Paul put on they do it every Saturday morning. However, the first Saturday of the morning, they open it up to everyone. And therefore, you can utilize that as marketing, because in the second, third, fourth, sometimes fifth Saturdays of the month, they just go over the product as an actual orientation to new members. But on the first Saturday of the month, they have it more in their mind that it's open to the public. So it's more of a sales / orientation. So it's a really good opportunity to invite your list or your market to this call, because they can really get a hands-on feel about what they're going to be getting, and also the very little push. It's a small push towards joining the business. So you kind of can approach it as, hey, come have a sneak peek at what I'm doing. Is no obligation, but once people see what the funnel builder can do, once people see what HBA is all about, then they are more likely to join, in my opinion. So if you can get somebody to get on that orientation, especially the first Saturday of the month when they are so customer focused, new potential customers, it's a really good opportunity for you to make some sales. Did I give you long enough?
So Kristi, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, so on the second, third, and fourth, and fifth, or whatever, sometimes they
Yes.
can't interact. Paul and Mike will answer the questions, but the
first week, so people like you and I and people that are on this call, we can get on the Zoom and interact,
right.
right? But people that are not a part of the business on the first, they can watch, but not interact. Does that make
They
sense?
actually can interact to some level because on the page the comments do appear, and
Yes.
Paul and Mike actually
They can't
did
get
interact
on
with me
the-
when I got on there.
Oh, that's good. But they can't be on the Zoom.
No, but they can type
They
into the
can
chat
type
the
in
comments down
questions.
below.
Okay, perfect. And is that on Facebook, YouTube, or both?
It's on a page similar to what you guys have.
Okay.
It's on a live page. It's in the Sam card actually.
Okay.
And that Sam cart link has a link for their referral. So like if you're in the business, if you're
Mhm.
already in the business and you want to refer people to, you want to leverage this
Mhm.
to help you to get new signups if you want, or at least, get your list or your friends to take a look and see what you're doing and see that it's not some shady, it's
not
not
a
some
cult.
shady thing. And here's another thing that you're going to get out of this that you don't get out of hardly any other marketing live streams. And you get it here on this screen right here that you're watching, and you get it there. You actually get to see the back office. You actually get to see what you're dealing with, as opposed to half an hour of somebody telling you you won't believe this,
Right.
and claims and hype, and not being able to actually see what the thing is. You will actually get to see behind the veil,
Yeah,
so
I
to
love that.
speak. And like you do here, you actually get to see what it is. We're not just going to sit here and tell you. You will not believe what we're about to show you and then never show you.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's very well put, Bryce. Thank you.
So
And
that page looks like this. Hold on, I'm trying to unmute. So it looks almost exactly like the page that you might be on now. And there's a join the community button, and they seem to plug in the actual chat feed like when they get started, because it is here, but it's not here right now because this page then stays up all month. But
It's
I
on
guess
a
they
hidden
don't.
countdown.
Yeah. Well, and that countdown's already happened. I let it stay up so that the button popped up, but the chat hasn't popped up unless it's longer than the button. So the chat seems to be removed until they actually go live or something. Because I think since the page is up all month, I think maybe they removed the chat just so that it's not, because it's not monitored all month, So
It used to be there all the time.
yeah. Well, and I've noticed that it's not been coming up lately. So and I think maybe that's what Janine was thinking, was that there was no chat there anymore. Last month it was there when we were live, because I remember Paul talking to somebody either last month or the month before when we were live. So
No, I had somebody to come, was it last week or week before? And she couldn't interact. And she said, I'm really not used to that. And
well,
I said,
it's not interactive except for the first week of the month.
right.
So last week it wouldn't have been that way. It was it's really only for insiders except for the first week of the month. So
But I'll tell her to come back in the morning.
I'm not even sure that they put it. I don't think they even put it on here except for the one time a month. So if she was watching it, she was probably watching a replay last week. So
well, Bryce would know better. You
Actually,
do 'em every week.
the other times, yeah, it is on there. It's just
so
not. Mike actually manually switches it back to the replay after that live.
Gotcha.
So he drops that replay into a playlist, an unlisted playlist on YouTube, and then he puts this replay back on the page after that live is done. But during the live, people can come here and they can interact with it live.
Okay.
I did have one more thing to say.
Okay.
Peter's here.
Peter, boy, am I excited. We got more friends than we even imagined, you know?
I couldn't find the button. Boy, am I
Yeah.
excited.
How
Welcome,
are
Peter.
you?
I'm awesome and amazing.
Awesome. and
Spoiled
amazing.
rottenness while I got dogs coming in.
Yeah. Be careful, make
but,
sure they don't get Ralph's cat.
yeah, I see Ralph's cat there. But I keep missing you guys. I don't know. I got an odd schedule.
Yeah. I'll
I
have to make sure and start tagging you so that you get the message a little sooner.
that'd be wonderful. That'd be
Because I do
wonderful.
post it. I
Yeah.
post it around 2:30 every day just to make
Yeah.
sure that everybody gets a little heads up. Try to put some information about what we're going to be talking about so that maybe people can get some information out to their lists and stuff too, you know. So
Yeah. And I'm just a little bit ADD, so I don't know that.
aren't we all just a little? I mean,
And I don't know if I get into a routine. There's just something about me. I don't know. I'm super mechanical. I can tear an engine apart and throw it all over the place and come back 6 months later and put it back together, and I remember everything and all that. But there's something about this consistency and all this doing something in it. If I get into a routine, I'm a machine, and
Yep.
getting there is something else.
yeah, my technical
Mhm.
inspectors hated me because I could do that.
Yeah.
They did not like that I could take the whole helicopter apart and have it everywhere. They wanted me to do one task at a time. I'm like, I can't do one
Mhm.
task at a time.
Yeah.
Like, you can't
I
have
did
this
s- I
many
did
things
some
open
amazing-
at once.
I did some amazing things in the Air Force. We were on grave shift, and we were just kind of I call us the little elves that ran around down there.
Right.
But we did some amazing stuff. That was this is probably a good thing it wasn't on day shift that have all the eyeballs watching you.
Right. They put me on night shift too. Isn't that weird?
That might be why you could get stuff done without the eyeballs watching you, you know.
Right. Right.
And I think they knew it, you know. Hide this guy at night, you'll leave him do his stuff.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the funnel builder a little bit. And I'm going to show a couple of other little things. I was showing, of course, the page that we were just talking about tomorrow's.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Are you going to share your screen?
Well, yeah, I was, and then I
Okay.
got distracted.
Oh, look.
It worked. And you're not even on a Mac.
Mhm.
It's not going to work for this, though.
It should. Maybe you just got to leave it there longer.
I'm sorry
leave
I
it
brought
there
that
till the end of the
ADD
show.
atmosphere in here. He was doing great till I come
I,
in.
yeah, I wouldn't swear to that. All right, so here we are on the page that we were talking about for tomorrow, the orientation page. You might want to send this out to your list and get them stopping by and checking it out tomorrow.
Not
And
with
you
that
can
awful
find
picture of mine.
that. Well, it may not be there tomorrow, so you can find that back here in your SAM cart. And what we're going to talk about today, though, is this one. Your free downloads page. And then also a little more specifically, we're going to talk about this done for you funnels, which is the Grow Rich Mastermind funnel. And, you know, somebody the other day said, is this stuff all done for me? And no, it's called done for you funnels, right?
Right.
But it's not 100% done for you. It's mostly done for you. It's some of our business is what we call done with you. So you've got your funnel in here. It's in the affiliate zone. It's going to be under the done for you section. And then you're going to have to come down through here and read and participate and watch the videos and do the steps and actually click on some stuff and actually connect it and send the emails and things like that, right? You might have to learn a little as you go through here and figure some of this stuff out. But then when you go over to your website, to your funnel builder, and you click on funnels and you go to make a funnel, you're going to add a new step. You're going to go to page. You're going to go to, I believe there's an actual section here for Grow Rich Mastermind. Look at that. And then you're going to click on select your capture page. And I'm just going to call this Grow Rich. I'm going to call it Grow Rich Delete. right? I used to call them live, but that started to confuse me. So I'm going to call it Grow Rich Delete. So I know I can delete it. And then we're going to go ahead and pop it in there. Now, this is pretty much complete for you. Okay. All you have to do is go over to your SAM cart, pick up your affiliate link by just pressing copy here. I'd press it a couple of times because it doesn't do much when you press it. And then go back to your website, click in here, edit your settings, click in here to the thank you page, and then copy, highlight that out and delete it, and then paste it in there. Okay. Now I would usually use shortcut keys, but I went ahead and right clicked and paste in there so you can see that, and then select that, right? And then as long as you've got your get response or your Aweber or whatever you've got connected, you can just go in and choose a list. And I believe I have a list in here already called Grow Rich Mastermind Collection, and I can confirm. Now this page is complete, done for you, right? That's all you had to do. It's ready to go. Now, all you have to do to send this out to people is click on this button right up here. That will open it up in your browser, and then you can copy this link, and that is your link to give to people. Okay, and I always pick up my links from there because sometimes I'll put a date on my link or I'll put something weird on my link, and I just want to make sure that my link is actually the link that I'm using, right? So I always pick it up from my browser. Now, another thing to think about is you have first name, best email, phone number. My opinion is if you're not going to call them or at least text them, don't bother picking up their phone number, right? Because you could upset people. This is something that Matthew Martin has been finding out. He's been collecting phone numbers, and he did finally start calling some of them. And they were upset that he's waited a couple of weeks because he wasn't really planning on calling them. He was using it just as a way to get better leads, right? Because if they'll put in their phone number, they're a little bit better lead. But then when he did decide to start calling them, they're like, hey, it's been 3 weeks. Why didn't you call me sooner? And they're a little bit agitated by that. So just letting you know that the phone number will add what we call resistance. And that means that some people won't put it in there. Now, you could come in here and say, enter your phone number optional, right? And that would then leave it to them as being an optional thing. Now, if you do that, this won't go over into get response. You have to have all your fields be required, is my understanding, in order for them to go to get response. But they will come over into your contacts area in the funnel builder, and you can pick up your, oops, I didn't save that, but you can pick them up from over here. And so now that I didn't save that, nothing's working right. No, I did save it before that. So what I would do is just come in here to the edit fields, and I would just delete this phone number because I don't call my leads. I do call any of my sales because at that point, they're important enough to me that I can pick up the phone and say, hey, let's jump on a Zoom. Let's help you get set up. Let's do whatever. Welcome to the team, whatever it is. But I don't call leads or text them or anything. So that is one way that you could do that. Now, another thing you could do is you can open this up and you can delete this first name and best email, and it looks a little cleaner in there, right? I like to do that too, where it just says, I actually like to call this one, I like it to say, enter your first name here. And I like it to say, enter your best email address here, and then save that. And that looks a little cleaner to me. And then I'll probably just pull it down to here. And I was watching Matthew Martin, and he uses a lot of spacers. And the reason that he does is because it's a little quicker to use it. But now you can see I can't hardly put a spacer in there. So I like to use that spacing here. Now, another thing you could do here, although this doesn't look like it's only one column. That's why it's done that way. Okay. If this was 2 columns, you could actually center this and it would work a little better there, which is how I would probably build it. Except if you built it in 2 columns, you couldn't come in here and make this border like I like to make sometimes. So if you do this border, you can make this border radius a little bit curved here, and then you can make a little black border on there. And I think that looks pretty good. But if you make this 2 different columns, then that starts to mess that up. So anyways, that's a few little tweaks to get that done. Okay, now you would also want to come back in here, right? And you've got an email in here. So we did an email marketing, an email video a couple of days ago where we showed all there was to know about GetResponse and how to put emails in here. But here's a sample first email that you can put in your autoresponder. It's got your subject, it's got your body, tells you exactly what pages to put in the back. And then the only other thing is do you want to put in a different thank you page? And you might, right? The page that this goes to, let's see, if I put in my name here, we go Jim, put in this email just to make sure that it goes through, gmail.com, goes over to a pretty generic sort of, oh, this goes straight over to this one. I think there's a better way to go about doing this. Let's see if there was another, one back here. Coverage free downloads. Coverage Mastermind Collection. Okay, so this one is probably actually the one you want, is the Grow Rich Collection back there. Okay, and then go back over to here and we'll put in the Grow Rich Collection instead of the downloads. And then the download one goes in your email. And then as you can see, so that's another big tip, is always test whatever it is that you're putting together so that you can make sure that it's doing what you want it to do. Now I don't really care if my email goes into my autoresponder or not. So I'll use the same one, 5@gmail.com. And this is the page. This is the thank you page, so to speak, that we want. There's a little video on here. And now it's been cookied because we used our affiliate link. And this will go over to the Grow Rich Mastermind collection. This will go over to the how to get the exact pages, which will go over to the funnel builder. And then there's a little bit of the mastermind community. And of course, probably in this video, I'm not 100% sure, but this will tell you to go over and check your email. Now you could take, make a similar page like this one, and you could say down here, thanks again, blah, blah, blah. Make sure to check your email. You could put in a picture here, which I believe is what I did on my actual version of this. So here's my version of this. You see, I put a background behind it. And then my thank you page is, this is my actual thank you page. I've got a thanks so much, and it says their first name. And then down here, I've got thanks again, first name. We look forward to helping you in any way we can along your journey to freedom and beyond. Always go for your dreams. Jim and Kristi Hall, put our little picture down here. So I didn't even say make sure to go check your email. So I'll say make sure to go check the email for exclusive bonus content that only use from email. Just go back here. I will link over to page. Save that up. And then that lets them go back and put their email in. And pretty easy. All right. I'm going to stop my share, see if anybody has any questions. Oh, Steph's here. Yay, Steph. Who'd we lose? Looks like we lost.
Peter.
No,
No,
Peter's here.
Ralph. Peter's over there now. Ralph said he had to go. He has another.
Oh, Ralph said he
call.
had to go? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, it's Stephanie, my sister, the
Stephanie.
greatest sister in the whole wide world. Woohoo!
Can she
So I
talk
think
today?
Christian's here too.
Huh?
Christian is here too. He's learning.
Oh, good. Hi, Christian. Christian,
Oh, hi, Christian.
Christian is our 11-year-old nephew.
And he's learning how to do home-based business. That's
Hello?
excellent.
That's
That's the
awesome.
best time to learn it.
Janine, what were you gonna say?
Yes. So back when I built my page, somebody said, because the Grow Rich Crawl is, I don't want to say free, but it is free. Just put it on your page, and just, not have like your name and email for them to put a name and email. So now seeing this, I'm missing out on leads because they may be going to
Yeah.
listen to it. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
you always want to collect their name and email, or at least email. You don't-
Anytime you have something valuable to give away, you want to try to be capturing emails for that. Because most people, as long as it's presented in a decent way, most people
Sure.
are willing to trade their email for that information, right? So it's a good way to gather emails.
Now,
So
if you are sending this to your list, then no, you don't,
You don't
have
need
to
to.
do that.
right,
And that's-
right.
that's why we're putting it on our page like we are, because hopefully some of the people are sending it to their list. I know some people are putting it on their Facebook and things like that. So, but I can't put a capture page on my page for everybody, because it just doesn't work that way. So the people that
Sure.
are on their lists, they've already got their emails, so that's going to be working for them.
Now, I will send somebody who I'm already deeply in contact with. Like, I've already got their phone number. I'm already in contact with them. I message them regularly. We're talking back and forth. Anyway, I will send that person a direct sales link, or I'll send them a page that's not necessarily a capture page, because I don't need to capture that lead in that particular case. If they do want a particular lead magnet, this person probably won't object to giving me their email anyway, because they already know who I am. They're already friends with me, or whatever that case is. In that case, I think you can make exceptions, but it's based on your own discernment and how much, if is this a person that could tomorrow not be in contact with you? Probably you want to do a lead capture page for that person. But if it's a person that you're already deeply in contact with, you're conversing back and forth, and you already have an interaction, you already have a good dialogue and a rapport with this person, then use your own discernment whether you could give them a direct sales page or not. In a lot of cases you can, and I know Paul does that, and I know Mike does that in those cases. But in the case of somebody that you don't know and you're not familiar with at all, definitely send them to a lead capture page without exception.
And then on the flip side of that too, Janine, there are two different tracks to get people to the Grow Rich Mastermind, right? You could, let me share my screen again. You could go with just the simple version, which I showed sort of the first way by accident. Okay. So this one was the Grow Rich free downloads page. Is that the one I wanted to go? Let me click on that one. This one goes straight to this. There's still a third way to get there. Okay. If you go back over here to this is the Grow Rich Call replay page. So if you copied this link and then you went to this will send them just to this page. So now this will let them listen to it, but they can't get to the mastermind collection. It will then say, get back with whoever sent you this to get the mastermind collection. Now, when they recontact you and say, hey, how do I get the mastermind collection? Now you have another chance to send them to your actual capture page that is the mastermind collection. So so that's a good opportunity too. If it's something that maybe you're resistant, maybe it's like your doctor or something, and you're like, hey, I listened into this call, and you could just give them the link over to the daily replay, like I do. My redirect is daily call. Okay, so you could do something like that. Just use your domain and daily call, and you could give that to anybody. Super easy. I mean, there's not much resistance to that at all, right?
Sure.
And then let them listen, and then they can get back to you, because every call they say, whoever sent you here has a bunch of resources for you, some free books, blah blah blah. Just get back with them, and they can get that for you. And that's what that call to action is for, is getting back to your list. So that's another way to go about that. So there is a couple of different options for that. And that's the way to do that. And then of course, the email wants you to send them out this Grow Rich free downloads page, which is that email here, the Grow Rich Mastermind, the free download page. I'm pretty sure is what that is. That looks like the same, I think. Grow Rich downloads. No, it still goes back to that same page. So I'm not sure where this is supposed to go, but it gets to them somehow. All right. I don't really have much more content today, so
It's Freedom Friday. We
it's
can quit
Freedom
early.
Friday. We can quit early. We can ask questions. We can help people. I mean, this is a pretty simple one, right? There's not much to it, and it's so valuable, you know. So
Well, I was glad you did this, because that would have just been on my page and they would have just been listening to it. And
right, and
You
you
know.
have you have a links page, right?
yes, sir.
I think. Let me check and make sure. I don't have that on my links page right now for some reason, which is interesting. I don't know why I don't. But you could put that capture page version right on your links page and just say free
Gotcha.
downloads, you know, or free audiobooks, or Think and Grow Rich, download free. You know, there's a lot of different versions to go about that.
I'll play with that tonight.
And I thought I had that on there. Let me see if I've got it on my Who is Jim Hall page. Okay, let me share this one real quick and just show you. So here, what I have is the Freedom Daily Replay, and that goes over to the daily call with no capture. And then here I have free downloads that goes over to here with the capture. So kind of, you know, different options. And then a bunch of other things, but just to show you, and this is sort of, I was showing you this page the other day, just sort of another idea on a links page. And you can do something like that with it.
Okay.
So there's always options. And that's why I like showing some of this stuff, is there's so many different options to offer our business.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any other questions? Anybody need any help? Peter, you good? You stuck anywhere? I know usually you have a little brain block more than the other challenges.
I'm not sure, and I'd go too elementary, I believe, for this group. I don't know.
There isn't too elementary.
I probably ought to do a private session, but I don't know.
Okay.
Well, we
Matt?
are free all weekend, Peter, if you want to
If you want to
get
do some
I'll
private
take-
stuff,
I believe I'll
definitely
take
can.
you up on that, because
Yeah,
I don't want
for
to
sure.
bore everybody with
we got all weekend.
elementary questions here. But then I've always had a theory, you know, for teaching a new person, you do to the elementary stuff to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've been around so long, you'd think it wouldn't be elementary, but
Hey,
Um,
you know, I will say sometimes I'm a little surprised, but sometimes I'm not too, you know, like sometimes I forget how much I know. So it's like I just assume everybody knows kind of as much as I know,
Right.
you know?
Bring it
And-
down.
And then, like, I've been working with a lady for the last couple of days that said she's been doing this for 6 to 8 years, and it's been a struggle because she don't know a whole lot, and it's not her fault. She just hasn't really gotten around anybody that has been able to teach her very well, you know. So, so I thought I was going in teaching somebody that had a pretty decent amount of knowledge, and she just doesn't, and it's been a lot harder than I was anticipating. Is all I'll really say.
I
And
I think that's a lot of the secret to getting to the starting point with a person.
right,
That you
right,
know, if
and unfortunately, it's nowhere the same, you know. And we were talking about this a while back too. Is like you never know where someone's at, and there really is there's nothing to grade it on. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't matter how long anybody's been in the business. You know, I know Janine's been around doing at least some level of this stuff for quite a while, right? But
Yes.
has just gotten her first lead. So there really isn't a good area to grade where you're at, especially comparing to someone else, because people pick it up in so much different levels that to try to say, you know, if you were to compare Janine with Paul because they're similar in timeline, there's no comparison in, you know, their study, just all of it. It's so weird because I don't know. It's just so hard to scale comparison.
You
And
just can't.
so many people compare themselves to other people and feel bad about their position, but
Yes.
it's just uncomparable, you know.
And
Yeah.
we try not to really discuss money because that is one thing that people say, oh, well, they've made a certain amount of money, so they're here, you know, where if somebody asked Jim or I, you know, how much money do you make or how much money have you made? We really shy from saying because we don't want people to get scared and think they can't do it. Have I made $25,000 a month? Yes. Have I made almost $1 million online? Yes. But I don't want that to keep Janine from asking me a question or Peter from thinking that we can't relate to each other. You know,
that excites me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like hearing that kind of stuff because it gives me hope. It gives me but
Well,
that's
and
that's
we
just
work
my nature.
hard.
It's not you know,
And it's just sorry, Peter, I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off.
go ahead. Go ahead. No, I'm around.
It's just like, you know, when Paul started, he had a child that needed a $50,000 surgery. It wasn't like I sort of need this. He went to it with a real burning desire, right? Where
Yeah.
some people are like, I got a good job I kind of like, and I'll work on this when I get to it. You know, there's a whole different mentality of how soon do I need this? You know, all of our bills are paid. You know, all of our house is paid off, our cars are paid off, everything is paid. We're not working anywhere close to as hard as we used to. We still have a passion for it, we still have the skills for it, but it's like if we make a sale at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter that much to us. We're in it a lot more for helping people than for the money, which is awesome because we don't chase commissions like we used to. You know, used to it was like, we need the money. We got to do this for the money. Where's the money at? And it's a really different feeling because we don't have to make a sale, you know. And I can tell somebody, look, don't buy the Financial Literacy Academy if this is your last $500 because I don't need your $400. Where 10 years ago, I could have never said that because I need your $400, you know.
And I think
And-
that's powerful stuff. I mean, you don't have what they call commission breath. It's
right.
You know, it doesn't, and you really, it lets you take the focus off of that and put the focus on your prospect or on your person that you're helping,
Right.
and you see their true needs. You don't, you know, you get your need out of the way, and
Right.
then you can see their need, and it's a powerful place.
And how many other companies do that?
Yes.
I mean, it
No.
just,
No, yeah. You
Right.
got to do this. You got to do
Right.
that. If you're not going to do that,
Even-
you're no.
Even the
we all
baking-
love it.
Even the baking girl that Christy's working for is like, I don't care. I'm in it for the money. And I'm like, I mean, you're talking about baking and it's all about money, I mean, she don't care anything about the bakers. It's just about the money, and it's like, Christy's like, I don't even want to work for the lady because she has no real passion at all for it, so she's really struggling whether or not she wants to have a 2-hour part-time job basically with this lady because it's
Is she
not
successful?
in her, well, she's
Yeah.
fairly successful.
She's
you know.
very successful. She blew up on Instagram and has over 1 million followers.
Wow.
So she's created an empire with she has many different things that she's doing. And I think that is where her and I differ is I'm more about making connection with people and she's more about making money. And while I appreciate her giving me the opportunity to create extra income, it's a little bit of a mismatch in our how we go about doing things.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And I've told her many times, I'm not doing this for the money. And she has told me many times, I am only doing this for the money. So it's a give and take.
That's kind of like taking care of Granny. If I could do that for free, I would, because she is my heart.
That's cool.
Now, after Granny, I don't know that God only knows, but I don't know if I want to pick up another person, but
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
I like
Stephanie did say, for real, I don't like my brother that much, but he's very much is passionate about this. And then she also said, I do like his wife a lot. That's me.
Well, I've let her know that she is not my favorite. So let me share the screen and go ahead and close this out here today. The page that you should be on, hopefully, is this page right here. And now if you've been here a little while, there's 2 buttons that you should see. If you've not been here a little while, there's probably only the Mastermind Collection button. The Join the Community button is how you get involved with our all-in-one business. If you click that button, you can get over here. The all-in-one business is what we've been primarily talking about the community, about our heart-centered place to be, and how you can make commissions. 80% commissions residual, meaning the company pays us month after month after month. It only takes, I think Matthew said, 7 people to make $1,000 a month. That's pretty strong, right? If we scroll down here, you can see that it takes a sale a week to make $74,800 a year. Now that's saying 1 sale per week and they stay for 12 months, right? And then a cumulative amount of time. 2 sales per week is 150. 3 sales per week is 224,000 a year. Okay. And then for just the $25 a month, you get the funnel builder that we've been building pages in. And you also get $12,253 in a total value of bonuses and other freebies in the back office. Now, we've shown the back office a few times. I won't go into too much of what's back there, but like Bryce said, you get to see everything back here. All of this stuff is what's included. There's all kinds of resources back here. The Funnel Builder Academy that shows you how to use the Funnel Builder, and the Funnel Builder with all the templates that we've shown, the done for you funnels, the affiliate zone, and how to get started making money. There's a 4-step process to get started, set up. Everything is back here for you. And like I said, 80% commissions month after month. It's the only place that there is, I believe, that is 80% with residuals. There might be a few that pays 80% or a slight higher commission, but no place that I know of pays that high and pays for the lifetime of your customer. So
Did
go
you
ahead,
mention
Bryce.
the bonus vault for the funnel builder?
I did mention the bonus, the $12,253 in In value, that is the bonus vault. Like Bryce mentioned, that's this here. And
That's curriculum even that's applicable outside of the funnel builder. So even if you were to not even stay with the funnel builder, you would have lifetime access to this vault of resources that will help you with your marketing, even if it turns out that the funnel builder is not a fit for you,
right.
and you would still have access to all that.
You get to keep all this. This one right here was bought with real money for $740. This one right here was sold for real money for $497. So right there is over $1,100 of real money that you get to keep for free for $25 one time, right? If you cancel, you get to keep it for the rest of however long, so you can't beat that value. So check it
No.
out. Join, push the button down below, join whoever sent you here, and then you're welcome to come back here. I showed how to use this page to get sales. You can pop on with us if you want, and we'll help you and we'll teach you to make money with us. So that's what I got for today. We will all see you next Tuesday.
Woo-hoo.
And
Bye,
we'll
everyone.
Continue growing together.
Have a great
Thanks for
weekend.
being
I'll see you
here.
in the morning.
Bye. Yes.
All right. See everybody
See y'all
tomorrow.
Bye.
Have a good one,
Bye.
everybody.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Mwah.
Bye-bye.